We are back talking with Zsa Zsa Gabor. Let me ask you something. If you had just been a normal Beverly Hills woman in just a plain Rolls Royce, do you think the police would have been as bad to you as you say they were?
Well, this guy was absolutely gorgeous, let's face it. There's no better specimen. If he would be a horse, I would put him out on stud fees. He's so good. If I would have not been a celebrity, he would have treated me all right. But as I had my big ring on, I had this dress on, I had the white Royce on, everything, and I had a plate on my car, which I have for the last 17 years from Mr. Nixon, which didn't help either. Re-election year, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Richard Nixon, which it was like red for a bull because he's a Jesse Jackson man, which I understand.
Now, let me ask you. I've seen you in the White House with the Bushes. Why didn't you just call up the White House and say, Babs, I need help? Babs and Judge, I need help.
I would never in a million years ask, and Mrs. Reagan lives next door, my very close friend, and Mr. Nixon. God knows I was booed off the stage when he was Watergate, and I was for him, and I'm still for him because he opened Russia and China. I don't ask help. I don't need help from nobody. Not even my own sister Ava gave me help. I don't.
Now, where was Ava through all this, Zsa Zsa? Where was Ava? Where was Ava? Exactly. Why wasn't Ava at your side?
Ava was in Elizabeth Arden's beauty spa in Arizona with Mrs. Rockwell.
So, just didn't help you at all?
No.
So you were really on your own with just your husband?
Darling, we all are on our own. When you're in trouble, we're always on. The people are only with you when you're all right. When you're in trouble, even except Sidney Sheldon, the writer, who's an angel, Catherine Grace is my good friend, and a couple of handful people, Mrs. Hanna-Barbera, Joe Barbera.
Are you angry at Ava for not being there?
I am never angry with Ava. I know Ava since we are born.
It makes sense to me.
I love Ava.
Even when she calls you her older sister, do you get upset with that?
She always was, but Ava is wonderful, though. Ava is not like me. You see, I'm a free spirit. I do what I want. Ava is always shocked about me, but Ava loves me, and I love her. I really do.
Hold on, we have a question here for you.
Since your trial, you've had a lot of publicity, and you've been on every major talk show. Why haven't you been on The Tonight Show?
Why wasn't I up to that? Because I don't like Johnny Carson. As a matter of fact, I have a little dog who's today at the veterinary. His name is Johnny. Tony's getting fixed because he is a sex man.
But I've heard rumors that you have a reason not to go on the Carson show.
Well, Johnny Carson is he's the biggest hypocrite of our century. But Americans like hypocrites. Look, he's 30 or 20 years, the biggest star in America. And, you know, when you are sitting next to him during the commercials, says, honey, all his wives are my good friends. I have a little bungalow in Beverly Hills Hotel. Why don't you see me later? Johnny is a big hypocrite. He's actually a sex maniac. He was never in his... Joe, I have to finish this. There's nothing wrong about being a sex maniac as far as I'm concerned. I find Johnny very gorgeous, though. But who wants to sleep with your best girlfriend's man? I don't.
Zsa Zsa.
Yes, ma'am.
If you had to do it all over, would you have handled yourself the same way?
Well, honey, if anybody would call you an effing whore, you would hit him too. My mother said she would scratch his eyes. Why should I? Because my car was not expired, by the way. Only the driver's license, which was not the real driver's license, I had with me. Why should anybody dare to call me an effing whatever you call it? I mean, this is awful.
Let me ask you.
John, you look beautiful. You really look beautiful today. I love the outfit.
Oh, thank you. And you look great, too. Let me ask you. You've had 8 husbands.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Are you rich? Did you end up doing well?
I never in my life got alimony, nor did I ask it. I don't charge for... Because if I sleep with a man, I want to sleep with him too, so why shall he pay for it? I'm not a tart.
A question.
Yes, Zsa Zsa, if the policeman called you today and said, you know, let's be friends, what would you say?
I probably would be friends with him because I have such a good... I like the policeman. So what is a big, gorgeous macho said, that little bitch Zsa Zsa, how dare she do that to me? I understand the policeman. I don't understand the district attorney. I don't understand the judge. I told him I don't want publicity. I didn't want those cameras in the courthouse. And the judge took me in his private chambers with my lawyer and said he wanted the camera in there. So, I mean, look, the policeman is a great big goof, a gorgeous dummy who's beautiful. Well, he is. If he wasn't stupid, he wouldn't have done that. I mean, when he was in the witness stand and they said to us to re-act it, and I said, I'm afraid to go close to you. He said to me, come closer, honey. And I went closer because I like him. He's a gorgeous hunk of a man who says, this bitch, Zsa Zsa, how dare she strike me? I didn't strike him. I hit his helmet because it's much tall to me. But what nobody realized is his gun was in my face. And these people have a license to kill. He could have said, he could have shot me and say, self-defense. Who would have stopped it?
Let me ask you, why do people pick on you? You were sitting in a plane, your two dogs, I'm sure were not running around. Just knowing you, I know those dogs were muzzled and tied to your legs. Why?
John,
Why do these things happen to you?
I know why it happened. One of my dogs was all the way back with the housekeeper in a macho man in his Louis Vuitton, and the little 6-month-old puppy was in front of us. Tell you what happened. My husband was beaten up in Beverly Hills, taking out $200 from the bank. And so he couldn't come with me. I had to go to Palm Beach to open my house because there was a party now. So I had my jewelry in sort of a zipper bag. I didn't want it to be hauled up. And she kept on saying this stewardess, I want to put it up. I said, you're not going to put it up. It's unlocked. And she kept on picking. And next to me sat a wonderful gentleman from Atlanta who was here for some kind of a convention. They said, Zsa Zsa, there's always one bitch who's going to pick on the celebrity. You're the one. And then I said to her, I must say I said that. I said, are you the bitch who's going to pick on me today? And with that, all hell broke through. She wired to Atlanta. There's an unruly passenger. What the hell was unruly? I was sat there, looked at a very good movie was on, and this wonderful gentleman sat next to me. And the dog was the little 6-month-old puppy. There was next to me a mother with a baby. Says, let me see the puppy. A little Shih Tzu, they're that small, and they sleep the moment the noise starts on airplane. We picked up his name is Genghis Khan. We picked up Genghis and we showed the baby and then put him back, and then the stewardess put him where the coats are hanging. I even was worried that he got suffocated. Delta Airline hates dogs. Listen, I have 2 animal shelters. Once 6 dogs arrived, which were downstairs. They all arrived dead, frozen. And I don't stand for that because I'll do anything for an animal. I kill myself for an animal. And this woman, she didn't want it. She wasn't against the dog. I had a new sable coat, which I don't want to wear anymore. I had this diamond ring, and she hated me. And I understand her. She didn't have a diamond. She had a sable.
You know something? When you tell it, I believe you. I'm getting very nervous. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back.